Except for passing trucks, Sawyer Cemetery is quiet, the final resting place for generations from the small town of Plymouth. And for two who came here much too young, Donald Skidgel and Terry O'Reilly, both just 20 years old, when they were killed in Vietnam.
And I was very upset about my brother going. I cried. I said, if you go, you won't come back. I know you won't. He loved animals. He loved his horse.
Carol Skidgel Small was a teenager when her older brother Donnie went off to war.
We were very close, very close. Funny. He could make you laugh. He would do silly things. He loved motorcycles. He loved fast things. He was a very good person.
She said Donnie and the other boys in town all played together, including Terry O'Reilly, riding bikes, playing ball, swimming in the pond, all the things boys did.
I mean, growing up in this small town of Plymouth where everybody knew him and loved him, you know, and you know, he just was happy.
Terry's older sisters, Vileta and Corinne.
He was my best friend, my buddy. We climbed trees together and played cowboys and Indians and trucks and cars.
And after high school, at the height of the Vietnam War, Terry said he was joining the Army.
He said he didn't want to be drafted. And I says, well, you know, why are you going? You know, Dad is disabled and you're the only son, you could stay. And he says, Valita, I need to go.
He became a helicopter pilot. His parents watched Terry graduate from flight school. And soon after, he was sent to Vietnam.
When I heard that he had been stationed in Vietnam, a cold chill went down my back. I knew he wasn't coming home. I just knew it.
Donnie Skidgel had been drafted into the Army and quickly rose to be a sergeant. In September of '69, his unit was attacked while escorting a convoy. Carol vividly remembers the day they found out her brother had been killed.
And I was not nice to my mom because I told her she was lying. For a lot of years, I did not talk about my brother. I never went to the grave until my mother died.
She said Donnie's death changed all of them, especially her mother.
It tore her apart. I think my mom aged overnight.
Then just 5 months later, Terry O'Reilly's family got the bad news. His helicopter had been shot down.
They found our father in the shoe shop. He worked for Dexter Shoe, and they found him in the shoe shop, and it was 20 minutes before he could remember where our mother was in the shoe shop.
Terry had been badly injured and burned. A few days later, he died.
Mom and Dad never talked. Never. It broke my dad. When he got killed, it just broke him. But Mom just went on.
It's been almost 50 years since Plymouth's two sons were killed in Vietnam. But for their families, the pain never goes away. For Vileta and Corinne, the memories are still sharp. There's pride for their brother.
I mean, all his letters and everything that he wrote, he just loved what he was doing.
But the grief is still all too real.
When you lose somebody and they're not, you can't be physically there when they pass. You always look out that door wondering when they're going to come through the door because you didn't see them go. You weren't there. He had to die alone in that god-awful country.
For Donald Skidgel's family, the reminders come from outside. Sergeant Skidgel was a hero, fighting off the enemy until he died to protect a command unit. Donald Skidgel was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor.
I never read what happened to my brother until the bridge ceremony. I could not read that.
In 2011, the bridge in nearby Newport was named for Donald Skidgel, one of many honors in his name, each a tribute to his heroism and reminders of his sacrifice. All shared by Skidgel's 3 children, too young to have any memory of their father, but cherishing what they do have.
It's hard, but we have to learn to live with it. There's no choice. And we let our kids in on the good memories, and we show them what their grandfather did.
For all of them, Memorial Day brings tears. Carol says she'll go to the ceremony at the bridge, and both families, Schedul's and O'Reilly's, expect to visit the cemetery, this quiet place where two families will always think of what was, and where two of Plymouth's young men will always be together. In Plymouth, Don Kerrigan, News Center, Maine.